The Summer Games Fest just gave us brand new information on probably one of the most anticipated Marvel RPG games to release this year. No, it's not going to be like the Avengers, another Marvel RPG game that released a couple years back. Not like that. This one is quite a little bit different. If anybody who is familiar with XCOM, the tactical RPG Alien Take Over the World, which they have made a part 1 and a 2, probably one of my favorite games out there, well, that team decided to team up with Marvel. I have compiled a key few things that players should know regarding everything you need to know about Marvel Midnight Sun ahead of its fall launch later this year in 2022. Welcome back to Chaotic Inc. I'm your host KSDTV as we discuss and geek out over the latest RPG news, gameplays, and of course I do guides as well for all things RPG on PC and mobile. And if that is something you love to do, then definitely follow the channel for more. The story is set in a darker side of the Marvel Universe, as this is currently a reimagining of the old comic book story arc. Essentially, a powerful creature, a being, an entity named Lilith, has been revived by the Hydra, yay, our favorite menacing little group that all love everything bad. You see them a lot in the Marvel Universe, but they're at it again. They summoned this being by the name of Lilith. She is someone who, as the team refers to as somebody who's just as strong or even stronger than Thanos herself. Of course, this is not exactly the exact same replica of the original story. They just took a couple key points from that story and decided to put it on to this new reimagining of the game. But as she's already wreaking havoc, the Marvel team, our heroes, they're very lacking that firepower. So what do? They decide to pull a same book out of their card and pull up an evil power of their own, which would be Lilith's child that was also locked away for hundreds and hundreds of years. This child will be referred to as a hunter, and that's where we come in. And that's pretty much the exact story. You go all the way from there. But let's talk about the key gameplay features, that nitty gritty that you guys would like to know. First and foremost, this is the hunter playable character is actually us. We actually get to create this character. You can choose between a male and a female, and you can do a whole deep dive and create their character. And then from there, you can of course choose what type of powers you will like, and so on and so forth later throughout the game. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, this is essentially XCOM. So this is fully tactical. This is not going to be like how Marvel Avengers was, where it was action RPG like. No, this is fully tactical RPG, turn-based. And one thing about it is, other than how XCOM was, where you can utilize your soldiers and stuff and use and take different turns and shooting and stuff of that nature, no, the entire game is based on TCG, or a trading card game. So all your battles will be based on what type of cards you utilize. Now, we'll get to the card system a little bit later. I'm fanboying about is that you can actually build relationships with Marvel heroes like Tony Stark, Doctor Strange, a couple other people who aren't so popular like Magic, and a couple other people that will be in the game. But you can befriend almost anybody. Blade, Spider-Man, the list goes on. There comes with a twist with that relationship and befriending others. Now, how you're able to really gain these relationships and tack on all of this, trying to be buddy, learn your skills and abilities, and have a rest down, there is a hub area called the Abbey, which this is a place that allows you to grow your bonds with the Marvel heroes by having conversations or actually doing smaller activities or even training with them to learn certain abilities. Now, of course, you can choose your favorite, whoever's your favorite heroes, you can learn from them, and by that you can obtain skills to further improve yourself, which, like I said, the skills are based on that card system. Now, I know we'll all want to befriend every single Marvel hero we come across, but just know, please pick your Marvel heroes very thoroughly, because you can't befriend everybody, and some Marvel heroes may not like you, so you cannot do it all in one playthrough. So that gives you more time for a replayability aspect, so you can always keep replaying the game and choosing different heroes to train under, go from there. So just be careful with who you pick. If you don't, just from the get-go, from the immediate beginning, please choose wisely on what characters you want to befriend and train under, because there's a limit and there's not enough time in the game for you to befriend everybody. So from the get-go, already have a good idea in mind on who's the best person you want to train under and go from there. Now, the combat. As you guys may be seeing from the gameplay itself, the combat is exactly that. It definitely is a big improvement on the original XCOM series, but there are cinematic battles, but still taking that pure foundation of the XCOM and then just adding another layer of cinematic look to it and making it very badass and can really make you immerse into what exactly is going on. And that card battle system, so you gain these cards as a regular deck. How before you get into battle, you get a squad. You can bring up to 3 heroes, so you get 2 heroes you can bring with you plus yourself, so that equals 3. And anyone who is familiar with XCOM should have a decent understanding of how battles do work. There is a twist, and you utilize the cards in a way of attacking every hero as your way of attacking. Now, every hero has a deck comprised of 4 attack cards and 4 support cards, and you can of course level them up and swap them out if needed. And utilizing those, you can actually combine good combinations between different heroes. And that's where it goes back to what I just said. You have to definitely make sure who you want on your team, who you really want to train under, because sometimes you can pick Iron Man and it is randomized like a card game. So you can go into a battle and you can have all of Iron Man's cards. You can have a mixture of Iron Man, mixture of Blade. Every character has their own way of dealing things. So for example, if you train under Blade, if you want to do a bleed build, Blade is the way to go. He inflicts bleed, and every character has their own status ailment that they can inflict on their enemies, and so on and so forth. So this is definitely a much different aspect from playing XCOM. Of course, with each of those abilities, you can upgrade them to most of you can do, and definitely take your time when you're playing this game. There is a release date of October 7th of 2022, and as more information come out from June up until October, I will continue giving you guys more information as we know now. But as of the Summer Games Fest, and of course as the information that was brought out a couple 9 months ago, this is about everything I compiled up together of everything you need to know. The game is already fully done, so I don't know if we're gonna get a closed beta, anything of that nature. We might just have to ride it out till October 7th. But from there, hopefully the devs gives us a little bit more information, a little bit more gameplay, more trailers, stuff like that. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely subscribe to the channel, because I will be definitely giving you guys much more. And definitely like the video. Show it to your friends who also is a Marvel fan, and if they like XCOM, boom, you get the best of both worlds. Something I'm definitely excited for. Question of the day for you guys is, what was your favorite XCOM game? Was it 1 or 2? I would say 1 would have to be mine. I put so many hours into that game. And what's your favorite Marvel hero? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, this has been your host KSD here at Chaotic Inc. signing out. Peace.
Manifest. I don't sleep, that's so weak, don't plan to rest. I'm from a hood where you die if you don't pack a vest. No culinary degrees, but whipping crack the best. Chefing, hard times taught lessons. Praying every night to pull up in park Benzes. What's my home is what you call trenches. You wouldn't last a day seeing life through all lenses. It's all tension, no sun, and rain and plenty. Full-time job, still can never make a penny. I